Hi, everyone. Today, I wanted to bring a salad that was cooling and hydrating because the summer months are here. And I was thinking it would be a good idea to try to make a watermelon and cucumber salad. Why do we want watermelon and cucumber? Because both of them are high in potassium and actually magnesium. And these two help with our hydration, but also they're 90% water. So, what do we want when it's hot out there? Water. We want to make sure that we drink enough water throughout the day. It depends on, sometimes we're like, swimming and we think, oh, I'm not thirsty. But really, this is when you have to be cautious and you have to make sure that you're drinking water. And if you're not drinking water, having things like watermelon and cucumber can help you stay hydrated. But most importantly, is to drink water throughout the day. I sometimes recommend that you want to start the day with 1 to 2 glasses, 8 ounces of water before even starting with your coffee. So, water is one of the most important things. People sometimes think that when they get a cramp, it's because they're missing other things like calcium and potassium. But the most important reason why we get a cramp when we're exercising is because we don't have enough water. The second reason is, yes, salt. And then comes potassium and magnesium and all the other um, things that we want to have when we're like focused on hydration. So today, because it's getting hot out there, we want to make something that's good for your hydration. So we want to make a cucumber and watermelon salad. And I'm going to start, and I already cut up some cucumber and some watermelon in here. I don't think you can see the cucumber, but there it is. But I'm going to show you how I cut it. I got a large English cucumber, but you can get 2 cucumbers, just regular sized cucumbers, and you can just cut them longwise in half. I don't like the seeds because it makes everything much more watery. So then I go and I use a spoon and I kind of scoop out those seeds right here, both sides of this half. I scoop them out and then I just cut them into half moons. And that's what I put in there. So right now I only have half of this English cucumber. So it would be like having 1 cucumber. And then in here, I have half of this small watermelon that I have here. How did I pick this watermelon? See this white part here? You want it a little bit like yellowish, brownish, even better. But this one's a little bit yellowish, maybe a little bit too white, but you want this spark. It means it's been sitting there for a while. It's gotten a chance to get ripe. I like to cut my watermelon by first cutting it in half. So remember, this was a full circle right here. I cut it in half. And then we can just do wedges. And then once we do the wedge, you can get like here, there's a wedge right here. And then I can just go down and make little cubes, but they don't have to be perfect, right? And then I can just make cubes with this watermelon or whatever pieces I want to. Like here's a little cube, like here. Well, it's more like a rectangle. So that goes into the salad. And like I said, I've done half and half. So half my English cucumber, half my watermelon. And so now what I want to do is just dress this salad a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to squeeze 1 whole lime in here. So I'm going to grab my squeezer because I'm not that good at squeezing. So I'm just going to squeeze it in there. And then, so the whole lime goes in there. And then I am also going to add 2 tablespoons of honey and 2 tablespoons of olive oil. So I have my olive oil here. I'm going to use it first because if I use olive oil first, then the honey will slip off my spoon easier. So there's 2 tablespoons. And then I put 2 tablespoons of honey. And there it just fell off. And then I'm going to add a pinch of salt, just a pinch, because I have feta cheese here. And feta cheese is really salty. So you can either add feta cheese or you could add that Mexican fresh cheese, or you don't have to add cheese if you don't want to. I'm going to add some feta cheese. This is about half a cup. I'm going to add like 1/4 of a cup since I'm doing half the salad. And I'm just going to mix it up. And there you go. Here's the salad. It's ready to go. It was easy. It might have taken me maybe 10 minutes to cut up that watermelon, but it's only half. And then the other half, I can cut it up for other days just to eat it alone. Same with the cucumber, save it for like a salad. And that's it. A very refreshing, very hydrating salad for this hot summer months. Remember, you want fruits and vegetables that have like about 90% water. So watermelon is a great one. Cucumber is a great one. And they also contain some potassium and magnesium, which also help with hydration. And then with the added salt or the feta cheese, they were adding the sodium that we need for hydration. So this is a great salad to keep us hydrated throughout the summer months. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you get to try it. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Take care of yourself, okay? Bye bye.